Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's real late right now, and it's late, and I couldn't sleep because I got off work like at nighttime, and I'm like tossing and turning, and this I got the fan on behind me, and it's just that this heat right here is getting to me. If you in the South, it's like my place, South Carolina. You know how hot it is, and this is like it's August the 17th. No, August the 18th. I'm sorry, August the 18th, and it's hotter than a mug. It's so hot that I'm about to monkey. But I'm just just laying down, and I got a few things, and I have a few thoughts in my mind besides doing some reading for class and everything. And one of the thought that I hear a lot when I was browsing through TikTok, especially that man who made a lot of videos about this man who made a video about getting stood up by a particular woman. And I've seen a lot of guys say women don't like nice guys. Nice guys finish last, which is the topic of this video right here. Do nice guys really finish last? And a lot of people have their opinions on it, but you got a lot of guys, especially who didn't really have much luck when it comes to dating. They just kind of, in a way, many of them give up and decide to be, I guess, douchebags, or they don't care about, treat them like garbage, or they might say, forget these chicks, I'm about to go my own separate way, or I'm gonna go get my passport because these women around here don't know how to act, or they don't want to, they just don't like dating. They'll do like Netflix and chill. Because I think that's the main reason why a lot of guys don't want to go out on dates, because a lot of times they don't like getting evaluated when it comes to dating, because women could usually evaluate men, and some of these men might fear that they may not get anywhere, because when you date and you make yourself more vulnerable. And I think that's the basis of why that's the one of the basis of men when it comes to dating. They don't really want to be vulnerable. When it comes to them being vulnerable, it's like they just expose a lot of their weaknesses, and with that weakness being displayed, they fear that the woman can capitalize on it and come up with any excuse to not date them. They may say things like, you're a very sweet guy, you're a very nice guy, however, I don't feel like we a match. I'm sorry. They'll say things like that. And you got some guys, they'll know how to handle certain things very well. And they say, you know what? I tried being a nice guy. I tried opening doors for her. I gave her a bouquet of flowers, and I, tried to engage in conversation. I didn't insult her. I tried to say that she's beautiful and everything. I tried to be an all around nice guy, but I still didn't get the woman. I still didn't get her. What have I done wrong? I guess me being a little too nice is just it. And you probably ask her about her past relationships, and the woman would say, "Oh, he was a total douchebag." And the man might say, he might ask, "How long have you been with her?" Well, I've been with him for like 8 years. So you've been with this dude who was a douchebag for 8 years, who treated you badly, but yet I know you for like a month, and we go on a date, and you didn't really give me a chance to prove myself within within a few weeks, maybe a month or so, or however long I known you. I think that being on a lot of guys' mind. You know what? Y'all just don't like it. That's where we come up with the inclination of these women don't like nice guys. They like these guys who are jerks. They like guys who are players. And you actually got a lot of guys, and I'm kind of like one of them, but I try not to think that way. So I'm trying to change my way of thought. But you got a lot of women that tend to date a lot of men. Though I say about the 10% of men because most women don't like men like that. They like 10% of men. The 10% that probably got money, or he probably got an edge. He probably got a certain look about him. He got like some kind of an arrogance to him. Because people say women don't like arrogance, but you got a lot of guys that display a lot of arrogance and hot headed and do some irrational things, and women still flock to them. And they may at times say to themselves, you know what? I tried being a good guy and whoop de whoop. I must forget that, I'm gonna start being jerks. And I think that's the reason why a lot of guys act the way they do when it comes to, I ain't going out on a date. I'll just kick in your crib and see if I can get some, and that's it. I think that's the reason, because a lot of them tired of being nice. And to a degree, I can attest to that. Women don't really like nice guys. When I say nice, I'm just saying you can't expect to get a woman just for being nice. She gotta be into you. Gotta be something about you. You gotta have a personality. I'm not talking about a nice personality. When I say a personality, you gotta have something about you that she might like about you. Just being nice won't cut it. It could be your swag, the way how you carry yourself, the way how you dress, the way you look, the way you talk, or maybe the motivation you have as a person when it comes to life. That goes beyond just being nice. They want somebody who they can feel connected to. When I say they, I'm not speaking to individual women. I'm talking about generally speaking, like women. They want what they want. Maybe a good guy to her may not be a guy that's in school or out of school or got a decent career. He don't have any kids. He's a single bachelor, and he go to church. Okay, that might be good to one woman, but you might find another woman that may not like that. She might like a guy who probably smoke a few blunts, hang out and chill somewhere, or might drink a little bit, but it's just something about him that she see in him. It's just something about him. And the point is, you can be nice if you're a nice person, if that's who you are. But I think women really respect a man who's very authentic. Not she could, because a lot of women can sense that you're trying to be too nice to sneak your way in, inside of her. When I say inside of her, basically get sex from her. You got some guys that actually want to be nice just to see if they can get sex from women, or they try to be nice just to see if they can get this woman to like you. And I remember when I was, I can remember when I was like a little boy. I was 13 years old, because I remember when this day happened. I told my grandmother about certain girls in school that I used to pull and hit and do whatever. When you was like a kid, because that was like before I was 13. I was like maybe about 8, 9. I don't know. I said some of the girls actually chase and hit and whatever. And my grandmother say, no, you don't do girls like that. You want a girlfriend, right? I say to myself at the time, I say, I guess. My grandma said, if you want a girlfriend, you're supposed to be nice to them. Women love guys who's nice. And my grandmother told me that when I was 13. God bless her soul. She been gone for 5 years now. And when she said that, I'd say that's one advice, because all the advice, don't get me wrong, all of the advice she gave me was on point. It helped me through life. But that's one advice, and I don't really fault her for that, but that's one advice that she gave me wasn't really a good advice. But I think what she really mean is they want a guy who's not really mean or nothing. He's nice. He's kind of be respectful, or be nice as in trying to have a good character. But she don't really. I don't think she know that women want to. You know what I'm saying? She probably just saying that to me because I'm a kid, and being kids, you tell kids you don't hit no girls, be nice to them. It probably that kind of vibe. So I can kind of say that wouldn't be advice you can give kids, but not somebody like say adolescents, maybe somebody who's 18 and up. No, I take that back. Maybe somebody who's like 16 and up. You don't really say that to them, because at the age of 16, he should know not to hit women. But yeah, like I do believe nice guys finish last. I think they finish last when it comes to trying to get with a woman that don't really want them. This woman might tell you that she's not interested in you, move on. And you got some guys that still try to pursue her by maybe be nice to her. But then again, she may not even say that, because you got a lot of women that don't say that they like a particular person. They may try to lead a guy on, hoping they can get whatever they want to get out of him. Could you help me with, do you have a few dollars on you? Because they might use that little flirt and teasing so they can get money out of him. Or they may try to flirt with him just so he can do a favor for her. It could be maybe doing some work for her in the house, or maybe fix something for her. And you got a lot of guys that fell for that and expecting to get something out of that. And I think that's where the slogan of nice guys finish last. But before I go, I think with that slogan, nice guys finish last, that means that after, and I think that phrase coined to a lot of men that used it. And what they really mean is, you got a woman, she may go through all kind of douchebag of guys who are jerks, guys who they don't respect her. He may even be a woman beater, or he may cheat on her, and he may break her heart. And what she does is leave him and get with another guy. And this other guy probably have impregnated her multiple times, then turn around and decide to leave the kids and be like, just don't do much of anything. And she be all alone with kids. Then she might get with another guy who probably end up being a jailbird this time. And he may even got her pregnant this time. Or or whatever it is that he do to her. And she was more probably in love with this dude who be getting into trouble and going to jail. And she probably visit him in jail with one of his kids, with one of her kids rather. And I be seeing women be doing things like this. Say bye to daddy while he's in jail. And come to find out when he get out of jail, because I say this on one of my videos, a lot of guys, they'll go out and meet with different women, because when they get locked up for a long time, they want to be free, and the woman end up being hurt. And so she'd be like, you know what, I'm giving up. I'm just kind of giving up on men or whatever. Even though she'll say that, but she don't really mean that. But she'll reflect back on a nice guy who asked her out and everything. And she might find out what he's up to. She may go to Facebook or social media, or either she may still have his number and give him a call or contact him somehow and ask how he been. And I even had a girl that even told me this. She rejected me for a long time, because at the time I used to like her. But I used to say it to her. I'm like, what made you call me after all these years? Like, about 5 years, after all those years, what made you want to call me? And she told me, well, I made a mistake in my life, and I figured you were a good, nice guy. You were a nice guy. You respected me and everything. And some of the guys I've been with, they were jerks, and I should have just stayed with you. I should have just get with you, not stay, but because I never had her. But she said she should have gotten with me. And for the sake of, I guess, to recall the memory, I actually went out on a date with her. But I come to find out, I didn't felt the same way as I did maybe 5 years earlier. I didn't tell her that, but she gave me a call multiple times, want to know what I'm doing, what I'm up to. And I pretty much ghosted her. Like, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't really Well, it was intentional because I didn't want to make her feel bad because she'd been through a lot. But Ashley just wasn't interested in her anymore because you already got some kids, and you got kids and with I guess with two different guys. Yeah, with two different guys, and you gained a good bit of weight. And mind you, now she still, I mean, she in her early 30s at the time, early 30s or either late 20s. Gained a little weight, got a couple of kids, got baby fat. But I ain't gonna mind you, now she still got some booty on her. My God, she still got a little bit of. She got. It's not as uh as crisp as it was when she was like much younger, but she still got a little donker in her. But my God, back then she had a body on her, and she told me that I thought you were interested. I thought you were interested. What's going on? Like, did I say something? Like, you didn't say nothing. And I just say that I give her a call back, but never call her back. And she gave me a call until she finally gave in, like saying, you know what, this dude ain't interested in me, which I wasn't at the time. But back to what I was talking about, you got some women they'll have multiple guys who's in prison. One of them in prison, the other one is just a deadbeat dad, and the other one is a drunk. They have these guys, and they want to go look for them, just like with me. They want to go and look for the nice guy who they rejected and turned down. And sometimes some of these guys be married. And I even hear this one woman say, you know what? This guy who I turned down and rejected, I found out he was married. And I say to myself, man, I just lost out on a blessing. Yes, you did. So I wouldn't say nice guy. Well, yeah, nice guy do finish last. But nice guys also get the last laugh. Because when a guy get a certain age, when he get money in his pocket, his stocks start increasing, he has the last laugh. He has the last laugh, and especially if you don't have any kids, and some of these women that rejected him when he was like much younger, when some of them have 6 kids later, they want to creep up onto him and be like, "Hey there, how come you never asked me out when you was in high school? Or how come you never asked me out when you was in college? Hey there, you remember me?" And she even say that while she look a lot differently. But I'm not going to degrade women who made mistakes, because women do make mistakes. And my thing is, though, she shouldn't, like, it's not nice to kind of down her, even if she's like look different and don't look as good as she did. If you feel like giving her a chance, yeah, by all means, go for it. Give her a chance. But I think that's what that really means when they say nice guys finish last, because they have to deal with a lot of guys left over, and she already don't run out. And once she run out, they'll go look for the nice guy to who they want to end up marrying. Now, I think Tyler Perry kind of emphasizes that on this movies and shows. The woman dealt with an abusive relationship, and it usually be a light-skinned dude with curly hair that rescue her from her dungeon somewhat, and take her to the land of paradise, and they live happily ever after. But we'll conclude this video. You can tell me what you think. Feel free to comment on it. And have you ever been rejected just for being a nice guy? Or have a woman ever tell you that you're a real nice guy? I think you make a good husband, or I think you make a good boyfriend. Have you ever been rejected and the woman could just say, you're a nice guy, but I don't see it working?